All right, so I'm gonna go live today again because yesterday in one of the videos that I released, I had this interesting conversation with a friend of mine about motivation, about waking up excited. I use that. I use that question as a way to test if I'm living life on my own terms, living life the way I want to. So I use this question for myself to ask myself, am I waking up excited? Looking forward to start the day. And if the answer is no, too many times in a row, too many days in a row, or for too long of a, some time, something needs to change. I know that. So I wanted to bring this idea into one of my lives as well, because I think this is so important. I used to live a what I call like pause and play life, and what I mean about with that is that a pause and play life is where it's all about you're postponing your happiness or something into the future because you're wanting to achieve something in the long run. Like I'm doing something right now I might not be enjoying, and like going to work I don't like. I might be doing something today or for a whole week or for a whole month in order to finally receive the reward. Like that's to me a pause and play life. It's kind of like being more interested in the destination than the actual journey, right? And we all know about that. Happiness is not a place; it's a way to travel. And a couple of, I think a year ago, something like that, I read a quote. I can't remember from where or who said it or whatever, but something like this: if people knew, if they were actually aware of their own immortality, they wouldn't waste a single day in their lives, right? Because I think when we're young, it's so much easier to go to work, go to a job we loathe, we can't stand. It's easier because we are so far from understanding our own mortality. But as we gain knowledge and we learn and we understand more, we're seeing that life is finite. Well, that at least is my opinion of it. And if that's true, like why would I waste my valuable time on anything that's not good for me or doesn't have my soul or heart come alive? So, what do you do if you wake up and the answer to the question, am I excited to start the day? If the answer is no right now or have been for some time, if that's the scenario, if that's the case, here's what I suggest you do. Start listing what's important to you. Figure out what's important to you and try to come up with what a perfect day would look like for you. Okay? So know what's important to you, figure out what a perfect day would look like, and see how well they align to that today. I mean, are you doing a lot of the things that are important to you today? Are you, that perfect day of yours, how much are you having that? Like, is that very similar to how you spend your day today? I mean, of course, here's the thing. We can easily talk about how often do you do the things that are important to you? How often do you get to engage with things you love and enjoy? How often and how long and all of those things. But I think you can start very simple. Design your day in such a way that it entails all the things that are important to you. And then you align the time you spend doing those things. You align that daily. You make sure that every day have those important stuff in it. Okay? So very simple. If you're not excited about your day today or tomorrow, or have been for some time, start simple. What's important to you, and figure out how you can allocate more time and attention to those things. That's it. When I did that for myself, when I figured out how, what was important to me, and I started drawing those things into my life more and more, and I started designing the way I showed up, my time I spent at working, the time I spend with friends and family, whatever. I design and I decide how much time and attention to spend on the things that matters to me. That's it. I wanted to keep this shorter today because it's easy enough. I mean, it might not be easy to do, but it's simple to understand, I believe. Cool. So if you got any questions around that, don't hesitate to comment, ask me some questions or whatever if you need to know more. On that topic, tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm hosting this live mini training over in a Facebook group I put together. It's a brand new growing Facebook community where we get to dive deeper into talks like this, topics like this. And if you're wanting to be part of that mini training that's going to be hosted tomorrow, where we are going to be talking about how you actually design your life and the different areas that can create the life you're living and how you can improve them. Well, you want to be in that mini training. So it's the mini training that will talk about the #1 coaching tool in the world, and it's the #1 for a reason. So you can find the link to access the group in this post, so you can get in there. If not, you can also search for it. It's called Getting It Right, Life, Business and Beyond. So you'll find it there as well. I welcome you in there. Okay, cool. So nice of you to watch, and I hope this got your cogs spinning or rolling, right? Okay, take care. Be well.